First thing we're going to do is show how to remove the panels on the MPC 2000 XL. Simple tools: a electric screwdriver, a tiny little Phillips, tweezers kind of help, and a needle nose pair of pliers will work. And what I normally do is I have a few cups so that we can put the screws in there in a specific order. Two side screws, both sides. And the back, there's 5 screws. And we got to take off the note variation slider cap. And probably do this on top of a towel or a blanket would probably help. 3 screws in the front. And I think if we turn it back, front comes off. And you've got 3 more screws in the front. And that's how you take the front off. And you keep all your top panel screws by itself so you don't get that mixed up. At this point, the pad sensor rubber part's going to come off. You can probably take that off. And then we want to take the bottom panel off next. Only thing you have to worry about on this is the 2 screws holding on the drive are going to be different than the rest. We'll put this on its face here. These are going to be that sort of machine type screw. These will be all the bottom panel screws here. And that accesses the guts of the MPC. Okay, once the bottom panel is off, you want to remove the LCD display. First thing you want to do is remove the white ribbon cable. To do that, you grab both sides of the connector and just sort of wiggle it outwards about maybe a 1/4 of an inch or so. Then the cable itself just pops right out. This is what we just loosened up right here. Then we want to remove the power cable for the backlight. To do that, the easiest thing to do is to remove the power supply. Of course, you want to make sure that the power is disconnected. This cable here will help you to remove the power supply without it getting in the way. You remove the 4 screws. Power supply just moves out of the way. There's a little protector in here that I can remove. Kind of remember the direction that it goes back in. And you'll see the cable here, and this white connector here is for the power. If you pull on it, it just pops right out. And you can probably wiggle this cable through without actually cutting that ribbon off. Or without cutting the cable tie off. Like that. And then we want to turn it back around. And to remove the actual display housing, it's 2 more screws. a little tricky. Got to be careful because you don't want to lose that brass bushing that's in the middle there. And slides right out. These bushings are secured pretty well, but sometimes when you remove it they pop out, so make sure you don't lose those. From that point you can slide out the power cable and the ribbon cable. And this is the assembly that we want to get to here. Now once we have this out, to remove the actual LCD, there's 4 more screws in the back. Take off the back panel, and we expose the actual LCD. There's going to be 4 tiny screws, tiny Phillips screws. If you just loosen the right side just a little bit, you don't actually have to remove the screws. The left side you do have to remove. That's it. This is the bad boy right here.